going on, people? It's your boy Tops back again for another Arsenal and Chill with my bro for another mother. Colin, tell the people how you feeling, my guy.
We won.
We won. We actually won a game.
Won. Wasn't great, but we won.
We won. And obviously, the massive turning point and the talking point of the weekend. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to hear Colin's take on this because you guys seen my reaction in the live watch along. I was so smart. I couldn't talk. I couldn't believe what I was watching. So, Colin, bro, the floor is yours. Take it away, my bro. Let me know what you thought about the whole situation in general. And yeah, let's take it away, my guy.
We're talking about the refs, yeah?
Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
It's taken a year, but everyone's finally clocking on to my way of thinking. Because I've been saying for a year that AI referees are the way forward. Well, now you're finally catching on, ain't you? Because I've been saying this for over a year, right? VAR is not the problem.
No way.
It's the humans that operate it, which is why you bring in artificial intelligence, you program it with the rules of the game, and everything will be hunky-dory because it'll be all automated. Do I expect better? Not really. Not really. But I'm honestly, bro, I'm calm. I'm not going to rant about something that has been reaching a boiling point for the longest time now. There is no point in me ranting about this because when I seen the red, I'm just like, yeah, that's about right, isn't it? So honestly, I don't even get angry anymore. But I will say this: what did piss me off was Sky's reaction to it, and to be fair, I know why. Like, his, they have a relationship with the PGMOL. That's whatever, fine. But when rivals are saying that it's not a red, I mean, of course you'll have the Spurs fans that are salty and say, "Oh no, that you can't complain about the refs. He clipped him. It is a red."
Yeah.
Listen, man. This, do you know what's funny? We'll get on to Spurs in a minute. But this is why they get what they deserve. They've preferred to lose to City. Well,
yeah, they did. They were happy. They were doing the Poznan in the crowd, losing to, when they could have had a chance to get top 4 in the Champions League, they were rather lose.
I mean, I'm not gonna throw shade, but I mean, you talk shit, you kind of get what you deserve, man. Just saying.
Listen, me as an Arsenal fan, I cannot emphasize it more. Ange needs to stay as long as possible in this job because week on week, when I think Spurs cannot outdo themselves, they find a way, bro. They find a way to lose to another team that's even worse. So, congratulations to Ange. You're doing a fantastic, brilliant job. Hopefully, you stay at Spurs for as long as possible. My friend.
Daniel Levy in, by the way.
Daniel Levy in, and Postecoglou in, and all that good stuff. How we do on the show, supporting, doing a cracking job, mate. Hopefully it continues, man. Hopefully it continues. But yeah, to go on your point, bro. Like as obviously people will have seen in my fan, my watch along, my fan cam. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. Even for me, bro. Like, I know the refs are not being great, and I know, and to be fair, they're not being great for everyone. Like, not just Arsenal. You've seen it with Liverpool. You've seen it with Chelsea. We've seen horrendous decisions. Even Wolves themselves have had some appalling decisions that ultimately cost Gary O'Neill his job because some of the penalties they were getting given against and red cards they didn't have was absolutely atrocious. But for me, even this, bro, I just have to look at and think, how are you even a referee? How are you reffing this game when you think that is a straight red card?
Mate,
for 3 games.
It's not even that, bro. Like the statement that they put out, as soon as I didn't even have to read the whole thing. As soon as I see that they put a statement out, I'm just like, this is damage control. That's all it is.
Yeah, 100%.
This is damage control because they know they fucked up and they've cited abuse towards the referees. I mean, apparently Michael Oliver doesn't have a Twitter account, so where's he getting the abuse from then?
I don't know, man. They didn't actually emphasize where it's coming from.
Is it outside this? Is it outside the stadium?
Yeah.
Is it during the game?
In the parking lot? Well, what's going on?
I mean, where's this abuse come from? And then Sky have run with the abuse angle when there's no proof of it anywhere. Like,
100%.
I mean,
it's a bit fishy.
I don't know. I heard what Jamie had to say, right? Or I heard what Jamie Carragher had to say about the whole thing, and
yeah.
In a sense, he's right. There shouldn't be any abuse directed towards anyone.
Oh, no way.
And no. Me and Tops both condemn that.
100%.
But I mean, where's the proof of that? You know, like if they showed like pictures of a Twitter account, giving him the abuse, I'm all for it. But they didn't show that. They didn't show images. So as far as I'm concerned, they're either lying through their teeth or they're just going with something that the PGMOL has fed them.
100%, man. I mean, there are rumors coming out that obviously the PGMOL are not happy with obviously the way some other media outlets have come out and handled obviously the situation. You've seen Ian Wright complain. I've seen today Michael Richards and Alan Shearer condemn the decision, saying it's absolutely ridiculous. So I do feel like this could be a strategy for them to take the heat off the actual decision and maybe go towards the fact that he's getting abused. But let's not excuse this kind of decisions. This is not good enough from any level of football to be setting off players for these kind of challenges. And people are saying, oh, well, for the letter of the law, it's reckless and it's this and that. But bro, you can see anytime you slow down, obviously an image, it looks worse than it is. In real time, when you see it, there's not enough force, in my opinion, to warrant a red card. Yes, it's late. It's a yellow card every single day of the week. If he got a yellow card, no one would have said, well, why is he not giving a red? Everyone would be like, yeah, yellow card, we move on with the game. But Michael Lovell has made it about himself again. And like you were saying, bro, like it comes to a point where they're just, or none of them are good enough. Just scrap the whole thing and just, like you said, revamp it, bro. Just revamp it.
Bro, seriously, I've been on this AI train for like a year. Right. Yeah. And now everyone's clocking onto it. Okay. Well, when I complained about the referees, when we played Aston Villa away, when Kai Havertz scored and it was wrongfully disallowed, all I was getting was, oh, you're just complaining. You're not really giving Villa the credit they deserve. Listen, that live stream is on Ryan's channel.
Yeah.
As far as I know, that's still on the Mr. Arsenal podcast channel, as far as I know, right? Go back and listen to my rant at the end of the game. I defy anyone to disagree with a single word I said then, because what I said then is all coming true now.
Yeah, it's facts, man. It's facts. Literally, whatever people think about, obviously, the refereeing as a whole in terms of individual like teams and stuff, we all can come to a collective that these referees have just not been good enough for a long, long time now. And this season has been the lowest level I think I've seen ever watching football in terms of the amount of mistakes, the quality of the mistakes they're making as well. These are big errors that are obviously dictating and deciding big games as well. And you can't even just pick out one or two referees that are better than the rest. They're all at it. It doesn't matter if they're behind VAR. It doesn't matter if they're the fourth officials. It doesn't matter if they're actually reffing the game. They're all making mistakes one after the other. And for me, like you said, Colin, this AI thing, it might be the way forward. And I think you'll see a lot less mistakes and a lot more fans happier with obviously the officiating going forward if you had something like this in place. What do you reckon?
Yeah, look. I'm not gonna sit here and say that AI will be perfect. They won't get everything right because that's physically impossible. However, you'll get a lot less wrong decisions than you will less right ones, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
For me, AI referees are the way forward because the human referees are, let's be real, bro, they're useless. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even. Do you know what's mad? A year ago, I was saying that I hate the sport as it is. which is still true because I despise it as in its current form. I think the product is nowhere near as good as what it could be.
100%.
And a lot of that is down to the poor officiating. If you sort this shit out, I do feel the product would be in a much better place. The fact that it's not is down to that. Sky don't help because they run with narratives that aren't necessarily factual all of the time.
Yeah.
So they're in part to blame. And I do believe that let's just say the big five they're partly responsible as well, because especially when it came to the Super League stuff, they wanted to create a closed shop where, your Leicesters, your Nottingham Forest, your Bournemouth, they couldn't crack into that.
Yeah.
So the big five, the owners of the big five, not the names of the big five clubs, but the owners of the big five clubs, they're to blame. And ultimately, bro, the product is nowhere near as good as what it should be. It's just fact.
100%, man. I agree completely. Like, gone are the days where you used to have great players like Thierry Henry and Zinedine Zidane and players like this Ronaldinho and stuff who were just individually brilliant. Like, now it's very much about systems and tactics, and obviously with the officiating going with it, that down the toilet, it's just a recipe for disaster, if you ask me, man. But yeah, going on to obviously the game. What was your feelings obviously before the game, like seeing the team line up? Obviously, the likes of Saliba and Wanyeri were obviously back fit into the first team. What was your feeling going into the game? Were you obviously confident we were going to win the game? Were you a bit nervous that obviously we're bringing players back? What was your feelings, bro?
Well, I figured we'd win regardless because Wolves are down there for a reason. Like,
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But even still, one of my worries was how Wanyeri was just rushed back into the team. Fresh off an injury, I was worried about that.
Yeah.
I was worried about Saliba being rushed back in because we were told that he wasn't going to be available till City.
Yeah.
Yet he plays against Bournemouth. And again, it's what we talked about with Ben White. It's what we talked about with Saka, Declan Rice. You just run these players into the ground. And it won't be long before Saliba picks up a major injury and he's out for an extended period of time. So that's where my worry was. As far as the game is concerned, it wasn't great. It wasn't. It was, again, another bore fest. Like, I'm just... But again, that's a common theme with Arsenal these days, bro.
Yeah.
That's a common theme. Like, our games are a chore to watch. I don't care what anybody tells me. We are probably one of the worst teams to watch in the league.
Yeah, facts. I think we are, man. We're up there, bro. We're up there.
Like, I'm happy we got the 3 points, obviously, because it keeps us up slightly with Liverpool.
Yeah.
I don't think we win the league, but I'd rather be close to them than further behind them, if that makes sense. So yeah, look, it wasn't great, but you take the 3 points. Havertz again, shocking yet again. I mean, what does this guy have to do to get dropped? Does he have to nut someone? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I agree, man. Obviously, before the game, a bit similar to you, I thought whatever the team is going to be, we have to be beating these kind of teams. Wolves have conceded only the second most goals in the league. Only I think it's Southampton's conceded more. So I thought, we're going to go there, show our muscle, show our fight, show a bit of quality, and just put the game away early. And we should have done that. Kai Havertz again, and this is what I'm saying, guys. Where is the striker? It's the end of the month nearly. Where is the striker? Kai Havertz should have a hat trick.
Bro, at this point, bro, this is how messed up this is. At this point, I'm expecting FM25 news before Arsenal sign a player.
Oh my God. Bro, MF25, WWE 2K25. Any game we like, bro.
Nah,
Dragon Ball
2K
DLC.
Bro, 2K are dropping hints on their Instagram more often than we're actually looking to sign someone.
Legit, bro. I've just seen on Instagram a Dead Man edition. This is fresh news more than bringing Arsenal with players. Like, what is going on? The game's not even out. What are we doing? Oh my! Honestly, bro, it's so bad. You just gotta laugh, man, because you end up crying. Big up Henry Ford. He said Havertz poor. Big up the panel. Havertz was poor. Like I was saying before, Havertz missed literally 3 golden opportunities, 3 headers, 2 great crosses in by Trossard. And he should have scored both of them in the first half. And in the second half, a dead ball situation when we had 10 men. And another easy chance, easy header. For a guy that's 6'4", he misses some absolute sitters with his head. Honestly, it's so bad. We all remember the one at Newcastle the other day where he just came off his shoulder and chin and went out for a rigging goal kick. And
this guy, bro, right?
Bro,
I don't like to compare anyone, right? But see, do you know what it is? He reminds me of Scott McTominay, but with less ability.
Yeah.
Right?
It's true, man.
Because if you look at what Scott McTominay is doing for Napoli now, you're getting a 7 out of 10 from him every game. Like, you ain't getting a 7 out of 10 every game from Kai Havertz, bro. Not a chance.
No way. He misses too many chances, man. Too many chances, bro.
And to be fair, I wouldn't want Scott McTominay up front either.
Exactly. This is the point we're trying to make. He's not good enough either. But he's our starting striker for Arsenal. Like, come on, we had the same thing with Eddie Nketiah where he was starting games, and now look, he can't even score for Ring Crystal Palace to even start.
Bro, I'd take Eddie over Kai, bro. I'm not even
oh my god, bro. Honestly, it's the much of a muchness. I can't lie. We need a proper forward, bro. We need someone that can score goals. Come on. Look how many good strikers we've seen in our time as an Arsenal fan. And look what we're dealing with now. It's unbelievable, honestly, man. But big up Henry Ford, man. He says, thoughts on the titles, boys. Well, obviously, I've made my thoughts clear. We're not going to win the title, man. As long as, like Colin was saying earlier, obviously, you'd rather be closer to Liverpool than obviously further behind. But at the same time, bro, we haven't got the quality. We see it against Wolves, bro. We don't have the quality, man. We see how many chances we miss. Like, we can't rely on this front three. Like, honestly, Trossard and obviously Martinelli are coming into a little bit of form in the last couple of games. Well, you've seen it with Kai Havertz as well. He's just not reliable, and the other two aren't in terms of scoring goals on a consistent basis. And Saka, forget about him. Do not dare rush him back. Don't want to see him for the rest of the season. Let him recuperate. He deserves a break and a rest. Let his hamstring recuperate properly and start afresh next season, man. Do not rush him back because it's going to be a real detriment to his career. But in terms of the title, for me, it's gone, boys. Like. And it looks like the club think it as well because they're not making any moves, bro. Where are the moves in the transfer window, man? It's non-existent.
Do you know what, bro? I think the club are banking on the fact that we've gotten to the run-in twice.
Yeah.
And Mikel's sort of... I mean, okay, first year he didn't really know how to navigate it because we haven't been there in a while. But last year he did kind of navigate it to a degree. Outside of the Villa game, and I think the club are banking on the fact that he will navigate it successfully this time. But I'm not saying they should do that because that's basically a hit and hope. You're like, okay, he's managed to navigate it before, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be able to navigate it again. Like, there's no certainty in football. You cannot bank on past events. Like, that just doesn't work. So don't get me wrong, there should be a end of season review at the end of the season, but listen, if they leave him short, then the majority of my energy will be focused on the board. Because and look, yes, he will be responsible for the tactics on the pitch. And yes, some of his quotes are a bit, what you're doing. But there's only one scenario or one instance where you have to look to the board, and that's if we end up with no one in January. So for me, the majority of the effort should be focused on the board because they've left him short. But again, like we've said many times, when Arteta is saying things like, this is the best board that I've worked with, and this and that. I'm like, listen, if the board leave you short, mate, don't come crying back and saying, oh, they've left you short again, because you praised them not that long ago, mate. So it's a double-edged sword, really.
Yeah, exactly, man, exactly. And obviously, big up Shadow for being in the chat. But yeah, like we were saying before, like, for me, it shows a level of complacency because people will come out and say, well, you know, they might not trust Arteta because he's wasted a lot of money. But if you don't trust him, then sack him and get someone in that you trust. Like, don't have this mentality of, okay, we're not going to give him any more money, but we're going to let him struggle. You can't do that, man. You've got to make sure that if this is the guy you're backing and you're keeping him in a job, that you give him as much money as he needs to try and get us over the line. And one of the competitions was still left in, obviously out of the FA Cup, hanging by a thread in the League Cup. Look like we're going to be out of that. Champions League and Premier League. Again, Premier League hanging by a thread with that. So it looks like the Champions League is going to be the only real viable competition. And even that's difficult to win, depending on who you get drawn, etc., etc. So yeah, he needs help, man. He needs more firepower. We've got ACL injuries to Gabriel Jesus. Saka's tore his hamstring, just had surgery. So for me, he needs definitely more help. And if you don't do it, then that's a massive incompetence from the board and everyone involved in terms of not backing the manager that you set and gave a new contract to literally just this season. So yeah. It'll be cool, bro.
And you know what, bro? I sent you the image last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our interim director of football is our chief scout. Like, in what world does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's mad. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't really get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all, man. It doesn't make any sense at all. Big up Shadow, who says, if you had to sign anyone from West Ham, who would you sign? Go on, Colin. Who would you sign from West Ham if you had to?
Am I allowed just one or a few? I need to clarify that.
Yeah, Shadow. Let the guy,
because I've got three that. Well, okay, two in particular, but another one if he's still there.
All right.
The other one I'm thinking is Lucas Paqueta.
Oh, okay. So
a few. Yeah. Okay. Jared Bowen. Probably Kudus as well.
Yeah, I'll take Kudus 100%.
And if he's still there, Lucas Paqueta.
I think that would be me as well, you know, bro. Bowen, Paqueta, quality player. Honestly, quality. And Kudus. Obviously, I wanted Kudus for a good minute, man. But yeah, man. But bro, we'll take at this point, bro. We'll take anyone, man. Because at the minute, we can't.
Hold on. You need to clarify that, right? When Top says he'll take anyone but Marcus Rashford.
Oh yes, yeah, bro. Thank you for reminding me because I was going to get up to this point. Marcus Rashford has been linked with everyone, but there's been no bids made. There's nothing.
Do you know what's mad? I don't want to set you off, but
God.
In my twisted mind, or this board's twisted head,
I know what you're going
to say. I can see Rashford signing on deadline day.
Do not talk that into existence, please, because I will lose it. I will lose my head. I'm telling you.
Don't get it twisted. I don't want him either, bro. But
no.
I mean, we know how this club operates. This is the same club, right? In 2015. When we were linked with Falcao and Cavani, they brought in Danny Welbeck. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
this is what I'm talking about, man. What are you doing? No. And the thing is, the worst thing is, because we've got two loans, we'll probably buy him. That's the thing. That's getting my head.
Do you know what though, right? Honest to God, if we get Rashford, there's one person I'm gonna be gunning for. Yeah. And it's no one online. And he knows who he is.
Oh, is it?
He knows who he is. Because he said to me, why don't you start a rumor on X about Rashford being linked to Arsenal? And I'm just like, bro, I don't need getting lynched. What were you doing? Like,
does he want you to get attacked, man? What is going on? No way.
Nah, bro, nah.
No way, man. But yeah, man. No, that's me. That's one player I do not want. Please, we've had enough cast-offs from other big teams. Look at Sterling. Look at the state of him. Havertz is letting us down as well. Jorginho's been okay, but ultimately he's going to get moved on in the summer. Bro, it doesn't really work when we get players who are past their best from other clubs and they come to Arsenal. They just decline and get worse, and now we have to deal with their baggage. So no Rashford at all. Please, thank you very much. Obviously, go back to the game. What did you make of the performance of Calafiori when he came on, bro, after the red card, man? I know obviously you're a big fan of him for his time in Serie A. So let me know what you thought of his performance when he came on.
Bro, you know I rate him. Always have. Like, I mean, okay, he scored a banger against City.
Yeah.
I mean, look, again, class goal against City. And again, similar thing, class goal against Wolves. I do feel like there are certain sections of this fan base that are a bit harsh on Calafiori. You know, they look at him and they think, well, we didn't really need him. So they've kind of made their opinion on him already just based off his injuries. But to me, Calafiori not being in the team is a mixture of things. It's down to the fact that he's been injured, but equally it's down to the emergence of Miles Lewis-Skelly. So personally, I think we've got a fantastic defender. And if you play him as a centre-back, you'll get more out of him. But what's more impressive to me is like his awareness in and around the box. Because not many centre-backs have the awareness in and around the box, you know. And yet he's got it. So as far as I'm concerned, Calafiori is one of the signings of the summer that I would say is a success. That's just my view on it.
Yeah, that's fair enough, man. Obviously, with me, I didn't know too much about Calafiori. Obviously, I've seen a couple of games in the Euros. He looked all right, decent. In terms of his performances, obviously, so far, I think it's been a bit mixed, man. Obviously, I've been a bit frustrated with, obviously, his injury record. I've been in and out of the team. And like you said, obviously, with Lewis-Skelly coming through, obviously, that's been a bit of a blessing in disguise because we've been able to cover for it. And, some of the times he does look a bit uncomfortable playing as a left back. So I think that has hampered his performances. And because of people like me and other people that this is the first time we're seeing him, maybe we're judging him a bit too harshly and quickly on the fact he's playing at left back when that's not his natural normal position. We need to probably see him more, like you said, Colin, in a centre back position to really judge the quality of the player. But listen, he's come on, and I thought he was actually really good against Wolves, to be honest with you. I thought that's probably one of the best games he's played in terms of how he was defending, he was inverting, coming inside, but providing like an avenue for Trossard obviously to link up with. And he was in the box for a fantastic finish. Like, that's one of him and Saka are probably the two best finishers at the club in terms of scoring goals where you're not expecting them to score. Obviously, the banger he scored at Man City, this is a very good finish for someone who's a defender as well into the bottom corner. And we need more of that from our attackers. We need someone like Martinelli to score a goal like that, or Trossard, or do you know what I mean? So even Havertz as well to score at the acute angle. That's like, bro, that's a really good finish. You don't really see him score too many of those kind of goals. So good finish. He defended well, and I will say I will praise Arsenal a little bit for their resilience when they went down to 10 men, because this was the first game this season, in my opinion, where we've gone down to 10 men and we've actually shown a bit of resilience, a bit of fight. And we've not just conceded that we're not going to win the game. We still try to win the game going forward, still trying to create chances. And it's just a shame we've not seen that more in the other games that we've gone down to 10 men, because just because you've gone down to 10 men, yes, it's a bit more difficult. You're going to be running a bit more, but it's still the same plays. You've still got the same quality. You just need to be a bit more, obviously, strategic when you go forward because of, obviously, with the 10 men. But, I think it was more positive from Arteta and more positive from the actual team. And I think they were galvanized by the fact that he thought they were wronged with that red card, because it definitely was not a red card. So
they were wrong
100%, man. So that was a positive from the game. But like you said, Colin, wasn't the best of watches, and we missed chances. So it's still the same problems, evidently, bro. Like we've said it for the last 3 or 4 games in a row. How many chances have we missed collectively in these games, man? Honestly, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's the same thing, bro.
Same thing, man.
It's like it gets to a point, right, where you're actually repeating yourself, like, and you just get bored of it. So it's like, whatever, innit?
Yeah, I get you, man. I get you. Big Henry Ford, a bit of a different question. Royal Rumble winner. Obviously, the Royal Rumble's on Saturday. You picking, Colin? Just to go off topic a little bit. I'm going to go with my man, Roman Reigns, man. I'm going to go with Roman, bro. I'm going to go with Roman. What are you thinking?
I'm going to go left field a little bit.
Go on.
All right. When I pick mine, right, I'm thinking what direction could they go creatively?
Yeah.
Punk's an option, although quite predictable. They could go. Do you know what? I'm going to go John Cena.
Oh, okay. Returning John Cena to win it. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. That would be a good story.
Because for the simple okay, listen, does Cena need the Rumble? No.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. But if you want to, because he's not won a match on pay-per-view in a long time, you kind of want him to have like a fast track, right? And listen, Cena's going to be at Mania in some capacity, whether it's in a match or whatever, right? And they've teased this whole 17th title reign. Why not Cena and Cody at Mania? Why not?
I would do it, man. I would do it. But yeah, looking forward to the Rumble. Should be a decent watch. But yeah, man. So we've got the 3 points, and now obviously on to the next game, which is obviously Girona away in the Champions League. What changes would you make, Colin, in terms of obviously the Champions League? It looks like obviously we have qualified for the last 8 now. Do you rest a couple of players? Do you bring maybe even some academy players in to obviously give some other senior players a rest? The squad's quite thin at the minute. Obviously we've got injuries. Obviously Ben White, Tommy Asu are still out as well. So yeah, what's you thinking about obviously resting a few players? I heard that Havertz might be carrying like a hamstring injury. His older guy going to be back. Obviously he was ill, missed the Wolves game as well. So yeah, let me know what would you think? What would you pick? What would your team be, man, for this game?
Okay, I'll go through this quickly because I do want to say my piece on Tottenham as well.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that after, man.
Right. I mean, we're through to the last 16 because, goal-wise, I think we're good in that area.
Yeah.
We're not officially there, but we're more or less there because, we'd have to – a lot of things would have to go wrong for us to not make it, right?
Yeah.
Raya, I think, will retain his place because we've not seen this, so we've got nothing to go off. So it's just one of them, right? Timber will start at right back, centre backs. I would play Miles Lewis-Skelly at left back.
Okay.
Because he can't play Premier League games right now, but you want him to maintain that kind of match sharpness to a degree, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would play Calafiori instead of Saliba.
Okay. Something about
because he's just coming off an injury, right? I don't need this guy ran to the ground. No. If you want to play Gabriel next to him, great. But if you want to play Kiawar next to him as well, whatever, fine. I would personally go Gabriel and Calafiori, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Midfield, I mean, says itself as we've got no other options. So Partey, Rice, and I don't know, Ethan maybe.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Attack, I mean, good lord, it's so mid. It's so fucking mid.
Yeah. You got Sterling, Havertz, Trossard, Martinelli. There you go.
Is Havertz even fit? Like, is that a real thing?
Yeah, no, because I did see a clip at the end of the Wolves game. He was holding on to his hamstring, so apparently he does have a little bit of a niggle there. So he might end up getting rested. So he could be 3 options we're working with, bro. So it could be Sterling, Trossard. You might just pick itself. Sterling, Trossard, false 9, and then Martinelli on the left or whatever. So, oh, God.
Do you know what? Sterling right, Trossard left, Martinelli up front. Screw it.
Martinelli up front then. Yeah. That won't be a bad shout either. Like I say, I think it's just important to try and keep a little bit of momentum. Obviously, we've won the last game, and see if we can try and obviously get a bit of a winning run, especially because we've got City on Sunday as well. So I think we need to kind of and to be honest, under Arteta, we've not won that many Champions League away games. I think we've only won 2, Sevilla and obviously Sporting Lisbon. So even for him, I think he does need to pick up a few more away wins in the Champions League. So when he gets to the knockout stages, the players know exactly what to do to pick a result up away from home. Obviously, in the knockout stages last year, we lost to Porto and Bayern Munich away from home. So, I think for the development of the team, and if you want to get further in the competition, you've got to be a bit more sturdier and a bit more resilient away from home in Europe, even if it's not going your way, and be able to dig in results and be able to get points when maybe you don't deserve to if you're not playing that well. So, in terms of my team, I'm pretty much the same, if I'm being honest, man. I know I've got obviously Marino's been injured as well, but he's not really been adding anything to the team. But it just is what it is, bro. Like, I think you can rest a few players here and there, but we haven't really got the squad, if I'm being honest, to rest too many because we've got like a lot of injuries in the same position. So man, it's a tricky one, man. It's a tricky one. But big up Henry Ford. He says best player this season. Oh, even the best players in the season, Colin. Who would you say for Arsenal?
Well, how are we judging that, first of all? What's the criteria that we're going with?
Yeah, so we're going with that's interesting. What best performances in the season, or the most goals, or how we going to do this, or the one that surprised you the most, or the most consistent? What do you reckon?
Do you know what I'm thinking? Like most consistent.
Yeah. I agree with that. For me, I'd probably say, just because he's probably been fit for the majority of the season, I would go with Gabriel, just for the simple fact that defensively he's been very, very good. Scored crucial goals away at Spurs, away at the Etihad as well, away at Sporting Lisbon, scored away at West Ham. I scored at home at Man United in the Cup. So he's been popping up with a few crucial goals, and he's a centre-back. So, to get more than 2 or 3 in the season, obviously you're going to be grateful for. And defensively, he's been solid, man. I think he's been performing better than Saliba this season, if I'm being honest, in terms of his consistency, his leadership as well. He's shown in certain games when obviously we've been backs against the wall, down to 10 men and stuff, his organisation with the back four. So, Gabriel will be my pick. I think he's been really, really good this season. What about you, man? Who would you go for?
See, I've got 2. Well, there's 2 shouts here, or maybe 3 if I'm feeling generous. Gabriel is one of them, because I do think he's been class this season, right? He's always been available. Saliba's made mistakes, but Gabriel has too, but they've not been to the degree of the mistakes. Yeah, there's levels to certain mistakes, but Declan Rice is another one. Because I do think Declan Rice, he's had some performances where he's not been great, but at the same time, he'll always give you a 7 out of 10, right? So that's how I'd be judging it. Miles Lewis-Skelly is another one. Just based on the fact that, I mean, to be fair, Declan Rice, oh God. I'm struggling, right? Because I'm trying not to let my appreciation for Declan Rice cloud my judgment. Yeah.
I mean, at the start, obviously, he was carrying a bit of an injury. He wasn't at his best. Yeah. The last couple of months or so, he's really, since that, because he had a period where he was obviously injured and wasn't in the team for a little bit. And then since that, I think he's got kicked on and we're starting to see the old Declan Rice. But obviously still a quality player. But
I mean,
man.
I'd probably, I just side with Gabriel, and the reason being, it's nothing to do with the actual performances. It's the leadership qualities that he's shown this season. Like, when our backs are up against the wall, he's always the one like saying, "Come on, lads, let's just, go. You go there. You go there. You keep it tight here." Like, leadership-wise, it has to be Gabriel.
Yeah,
but I love Declan. I love Declan Rice, man. But I mean, you've got 2 captains right there with Rice and Gabriel, to be fair. So really, if it's us who win because we've got both of them. So like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like,
can't really complain. They're like, we'll take both, man. Both leaders, both playing well so far this season. So yeah, cannot complain. But yeah, man, we'll get on to obviously the topic everyone wanted to be talking about now. Tottenham Hotspurs relegation battle. Oh, it sounds good. It just rolls off the tongue.
Doesn't sound real, does it?
It doesn't. Not in my lifetime, anyway. I mean, this is like all my Christmases come at once. Tottenham Hotspur 15th in February. Oh my God, I love it, Colin. Let me get your thoughts on Tottenham as a whole. What do you make of this whole situation with Ange, Tottenham, the fans, Daniel Levy? Just knock it away, my friend. I want to hear your
First of all, here is my message to Tottenham fans. Cry me a river. because they were the ones that were saying they would actually prefer to lose to Man City just so we wouldn't win the league. All right? Now, that right there is a problem. The reason it's a problem is because the fans, whether anyone wants to admit it or not, they do play a part in the mentality of the club, right? So when fans complain about, the lack of mentality is not there and this and that, just know fans play a part in that, right?
Rex.
And as far as Tottenham was concerned, most of their fans were content with losing to City just so we wouldn't win the league. Well, you wonder where the bad mentality comes from. There you go. Now, as far as that club as a whole, I called them a small club a few weeks ago, if I remember right. On the show, as a matter of fact.
Yes, it was on the show. Yes, you did.
And I also refer to them as that little brother where you don't really worry about them. They're just over to the side, not really bothering anyone. And truth be told, you can put it on a number of people. Majority of the blame from Tottenham fans is going to Daniel Levy. Rightfully so, because he's just not ran that club efficiently. More of a money man. But Ange tactically is getting it wrong by the week. So it's a collection of the two. And I've seen the banner, 24 years, 16 managers, 1 trophy. Let me ask you this. Who ran Nuno out of that club?
Oh, God.
When Antonio Conte spoke the truth, what were Tottenham fans saying? Oh, he's a cancer to the club and everything else. Well, if you actually go and watch that interview back, you realize that a lot of what he said is actually true. So, I mean, and again, this is what I don't get with some Arsenal fans. They're like, as soon as you mention Conte as a potential Arsenal manager, they're up in arms. They're like, oh, no, we don't want Conte. He did awful at Spurs. Who hasn't done awful at Spurs?
Yeah, it is.
Outside of Pochettino, who hasn't done bad?
Literally. Jose, Conte, Nuno.
But you know what's mad? This Tottenham's ownership is so bad that they sack Jose Mourinho before a cup final. It's just like...
Literally, the best thing Jose's at is winning cup finals, and you sack him before you have one. Oh my God. The stupidity is absolutely astounding. I can't believe they did that. I was so happy when he got sacked. Because he could have won it for them. He could have, got a jammy one. You know how Jose is. He could do it in a cup final, and they would have won a trophy. So the fact you didn't...
Well, my man won a trophy for Roma, and they hadn't won anything major since 2008, I think it was.
Yeah, crazy.
So, I mean, and to top it all off, it was a European trophy.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, it was the Conference League, but look, a European trophy is still a European trophy, man.
And then he got him to the Europa League final the year after. So
is he the guy that's going to win you a title in the modern era, like in in like the Premier League? No. Because it's evolved on since then. But will he get a jammy result in a cup that could see you win it? Probably, yeah. Probably, definitely. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Spurs are just weird. But what I find funny is around the time Conte got sacked and Ange was appointed, what they were all saying was, "Oh, we've got our Tottenham back." You're right. You have got your Tottenham back. Bottom half of the table and playing decent football.
Yeah, facts, bro. This is the Tottenham I remember, man. Not the one,
bro. This is the Tottenham from when I was growing up. I didn't really pay attention to them. I was more focused on United, truth be told.
Facts.
Because they are our rivals, not these shit. Like, bruh, they're not a. Okay, I know some people will say they shouldn't be 15th, and you're right, they shouldn't. However, let's not pretend that they shouldn't be there because, I mean, Ange plays the same way. And what he says is, "Oh, it's just who we are, mate. High line for life." Yeah. I mean, bro, you get what you deserve. And you know what? I've got no sympathy for Tottenham fans. Bar and X, I do have sympathy for X a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, okay, he did say he would prefer it if City beat, Tottenham to stop us from winning the league. But for the most part, he wants to win a trophy, right? So I can kind of respect him in that sense. But some of them, you're just like, you're absolutely astounded at how stupid they are. Like, what was it? There's a few of them. There was Daniel on the terrace that said, Spurs squad, and I'm quoting him directly here, that Spurs squad can compete with Arsenal. Okay. And then there's Jacob as well. Actually, no, that's wrong. Will, who said statistically this Tottenham squad is better than Arsenal's.
Wow.
Okay. News to me. News to me. But hey, look, Tottenham fans, they get what they deserve, man. They get what they deserve. And should be told how they have the audacity to be as shameless as they are when let's just be real. Let's just call it top 5. Forget Big 6, top 5. Right? Top 5. Let's see. City, us, United, Liverpool, and Chelsea.
Yeah.
So you're out the Big 6 now.
Yeah.
And if you get relegated, you can forget it. Like, and let's not pretend that they can't get relegated, because I'm telling you they can. Right? When you've seen Leicester win a title, nothing's off limits.
Facts.
Like, brother, they are terrible. Although I did laugh when Vardy pointed to the Premier League.
Oh, I loved it. Oh, the ultimate troll, Jamie Vardy. More! I need more of it when he did that. Absolutely brilliant. You let him do that twice.
To be fair to Vardy, right? He probably made the right decision not moving to us when he had the chance, because now he's a club legend at Leicester, man.
He's gonna get a statue there, bro. 100%, man.
And you know what? His goal record's ridiculous as well.
Yeah. Like, still scoring.
Considering the only when did he? Right, he got Leicester would have been promoted in 2014. So he would have been 26, 27.
Yeah.
So I mean, to get to the Premier League that late and then have one of the better goal scoring records like that there's ever been. I mean, bro, like I mean, fair play to him, man. Fair play.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think he scored the most goals as a 30-year-old in the Premier League, I think. So, yeah, he's been quality, man, for Leicester and obviously for the Premier League in general. But, yeah, to go off of what you said about Spurs, bro, they are just a downward spiral, man. The decisions they make in terms of how they hire and fire managers, the players that they brought in, and for the amount of money they have as well. Like, people forget they spent 50 million on Brennan Johnson, 60 million on Richarlison. This is a lot of money that they've squandered, wasted. So yeah, they've got no one to blame but themselves. And I hope this continues for a long, long time. This is, like we said, bro, this is the Tottenham I remember. This is the Tottenham I grew up on, in the mud, in the dirt. And I love every minute of it. And also, we did the double over them as well. So, you know, all's well that ends well.
Not just a double. No, not just a double, bro. 3 times.
3 times, bro. Oh, we beat them more times in their gap than they
Actually, wait a minute. We drew, right. Last season we drew with them and we beat them on their own patch.
Yes.
We beat them 3 times on their own patch, back to back to back. We beat them twice this season. We beat them twice the year before. Oh. Not last season. Not last season, but we beat them twice the season before that when they had Conte.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, it's just Tottenham, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just Tottenham, man. You said you wanted your Tottenham back. Well, congratulations, you got your Tottenham back.
Fantastic.
You know, none of the big 5 are really worried about you.
Nah.
Like, we're not worried about what you do. We can give a shit.
Nah, no way.
City aren't worried about you. United aren't really worried about you. I mean, as awful as United have been,
they're still above them.
They're still above them. You know what I mean? And look, if Everton win their game in hand, man.
Oh,
long day.
Conversations, bro. Uncomfortable conversations.
Long day, man. And they're only 8 points above Wolves.
That's so bad, you know. That is so bad. 8 points ahead of relegation in February. What is happening?
No, I don't
know how Gadget can keep his job, bro. I don't understand. It must be that cup final. It must be that cup semi-final. They must be banking on that. Him getting there and winning.
The only thing I can think of is, I mean, okay, there's that, but equally, what if they've got no one else to turn to?
Yeah.
And they're stuck with him. Like,
yeah.
I mean, look, if you're Thomas Frank, you'd have to be the biggest idiot on the face of the planet to walk into that shit show. Like, what? Why would you go there, man? Why? Like, some Spurs fans are asking for the Bournemouth manager Areola. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would he go there? Like, stay at Bournemouth. Stay at Bournemouth. You're on track for getting Europa League next season.
Facts.
Why would you go to Tottenham when? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna look this up. How many points are they below Bournemouth? I can't even believe I'm saying those words. Actually,
God. I can't believe what's even happening here.
That's just mad, like, innit? Because because Bournemouth they were promoted a few years. Well, actually, no, they were not long promoted anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see standings here. Let's have a look. So Bournemouth are on 40 points. Tottenham are on 24. So essentially, that's 16 points between Bournemouth and Tottenham.
Jeez, 16 points.
Why in the world would Areola go to that?
Honestly, he's a madman. He's a madman.
Like, if Areola goes to Tottenham, I'd question his sanity. Because what self-respecting manager would go there? Like, if I was a manager, like, okay, I'm not just saying this as an Arsenal fan, but if I was a football manager, you couldn't pay me to go to there. Because 1, you know you're not going to be backed. And 2, you've got players that, let's be perfectly blunt, aren't that good. Like, they're forwards. Like, outside of Dominic Solanke and Kulusevski, I mean, Timo Werner, Like what? Richarlison, Brennan Johnson. I mean, what the? Bro, these are mid-table forwards.
Yeah, they are. Timo Werner.
I mean, to be fair, I think Timo Werner is like mid-table championship. That's by the by. Like, it's mad, bro. And yet they have the balls to say, "Oh yeah, we prefer it if City beat us or Arsenal did." Let me tell you something, right? The reason you are where you are is because your expectations have and always will be finishing above Arsenal. That is your level. That is your expectations amongst the fan base, all right?
Yeah, facts.
Our expectations have always been bigger than that. When we were spitting dummies, it wasn't because we were below you lot. It was because we were being ran like a shit show and we had fallen from challenging from league titles to where we were. That's why we were pissed off. We couldn't give a shit about you. Like, bro, nah. You've never, as far as I'm concerned, you've never been our rivals, bro. Never. Yeah. Right? You're our rivals domestically, or well, no, not domestically, geographically.
Geographically, yeah.
But that's about it. That's about it.
No, it's true, man. It's true. It's true. I agree. For me, Man United is my rival. That's the team I grew up on, envying, not liking. Personal between me and them. It's personal between me and them. Ferguson, all the barriers, the 80s, the 6-1s, the titles they won from underneath our noses, the Champions League semi-final defeat we had against them. All these kind of things. That's the team that I envy them. I hate the most. Spurs are just that little bro or little cousin in the corner. You're just like, get away, man. Stop touching my PS5 controller. Get away. Like, go in the next room. You're annoying. That's the type of person they are. That's shoo. Just underneath your feet. Just get away. That's what Spurs fans and the team is to me. I don't really take them seriously. Yeah, they had a little bit of a growth spurt when they got to the Champions League final, but it didn't really amount to anything. A couple of top 4 finishes. Is by the by. Now they're back where they belong. They're back where they should be. In the nets, in the mud. And I love it, bro. I love it. But yeah, that concludes obviously this Arsenal and Chill episode. Colin, let the people know where they can find you and what you got planned on the Twitch channel, my friend.
Well, Twitch is in a bit of a limbo at the minute because I'll just say it now. FM24 is boring the hell out of me.
Oh, really?
Because part of this is down to the fact that they delayed the game back in October to March of this year. And there's expected to be news on it at the end of January, which we're almost there. And I mean, the series in general is very much in limbo, actually, because of the fact that they've delayed it. And there's still a cloud over what's going to happen with FM26 the following year as well. Are they going to release it at their usual cycle in end of October, early November? I mean, it's in a bit of a limbo, man. It's in a bit of a limbo. I'm not going to lie, but
fair enough.
Once I find out things with stuff about the new game and stuff, I'll figure some stuff out. But right now, there's zero motivation to stream FM right now. Zero. Every time I load the game up, I'm just like, do I really want to? No, not really. So yeah, just in a bit of a limbo at the moment.
Yeah, no worries, man. That's fair enough. Obviously, we can always let Colin know when he's back up, and we'll put it in the channel, obviously in the description of his channel on Twitch, man. But yeah, it's been a good episode, man. Arsenal win, Tottenham lose. Can't really go wrong with that. Obviously we got Girona in the week. Hopefully that's another W, and we'll be back obviously again for the Manchester City reaction. And that's going to be a big game, man. But yeah, we'll definitely have to talk about that before we have that game. But thank you everyone for joining. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel, like the video, do all that good stuff. Help the channel grow on the road to 800, man. We're nearly there, guys. We're just on the road to 800. Big up everyone for subscribing already. Obviously hit 700 of the weekend. Really appreciate everyone's support. And man, we're smashing it at the minute, guys. So yeah, we have to keep it going, man. Road to 800 is obviously away, and yeah, let's see if we can do it, bro. But till then, don't forget to play at the game. Big up everyone that's tuned in, and then till next time, man. Peace.